Today, we're painting town in shades of amber ale as we hit the hoppy trails of South Florida. Grab your growler and come along as we taste our way from Miami to Fort Lauderdale. We'll check out a couple brand new releases, meet a home brewer who plays with fire, and discover the best brew pubs and microbreweries in the Sunshine State. I'm Al.
And we're rolling.
This is James. He's a beer distributor and a pro. We make a living tasting beer. I sniff out the locations and the local beer gurus. Then together we hit the hoppy trails in search of America's next generation of craft brews.
Welcome to South Florida.
Wow, South Florida rules. The sunshine, the art scene, and endless craft beer. Miami is a relative newcomer to the craft beer scene, but it's coming in hot, especially in the hip neighborhood of Wynwood, a mecca of art, fashion, food, and beer set against the backdrop of vibrant, mind-blowing street art. I lined up 3 of the hottest breweries in town for James and I to visit. First up, Wynwood Brewing.
Wynwood, we're arts district of Miami. Restaurants, craft breweries, art, all in one place. And we're the first craft production brewery in Miami. So it goes to show you how late the beer scene is down here. A lot of home brewers are segmented, now they're kind of getting together and opening breweries and making things happen. So it's good, it's much needed, We need a craft beer identity in Miami.
So what hops are in your IPA?
We use Columbus. That's
Only
the main
Columbus?
hop.
Is that a bittering hop, or is that just aroma as well?
No, it's more flavor and aroma. It's really piney. We get like that resiny, piney, a little bit of citrus. We use a little bit of Galena for bittering, a little bit of Nugget for bittering, but Columbus is like the main hop in the beer. But it's nice.
It's the Wynwood IPA, your flagship?
Right, it's a West Coast Drinkers IPA. Ruby, our blonde ale, really hit it off. That's the one that's doing well for me. South Florida was the last spot really to take hold.
Why Wynwood?
It's just an up-and-coming area, a lot of creativity going on, so it fits.
Hello, photobomb struggles are real. Anyway, one craft beer creative genius swung by to give us a taste of his own goods.
This is an amber Sriracha Ace that I made for a homebrew competition last month.
Awesome. Very good. Sure you want a glass for yourself too?
You gotta drink your own beer, of course, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness.
Just a little bit.
Just because she doesn't have a beard.
So it just kind of blends into the background after a while. Thank you.
Dry hop with Sriracha Ace. It's about 90% Vienna malt. There was a requirement in the homebrew contest to have some black patent.
You get that nuttiness almost and that hint of citrus. So, in my opinion, you need a well-rounded, balanced beer that way you can enjoy more of them, as opposed to a very specific, strong, maybe very one flavor centric beer. It hits all the points. So I think it's a great balanced beer.
It started with a Mr. Beer kit.
Yeah. Feels like everybody starts with Mr. Beer.
Yeah.
And the best brewers in the country got started making beer on their stove. Almost every one of them,
Yeah. Do you have any advice for me, possibly?
It's not a get-rich-quick scheme.
James, boy, have I got a surprise for you.
Is that a good surprise or a bad surprise?
Well, it's a CrossFit class. I'd say it's a good surprise.
Bad surprise. It's a bad surprise.
Of course I couldn't talk James into CrossFit, but he practically ran to the next bar.
Bartender.
What's going on, James? How you doing? Brother? Jonathan, if you could tell me a little bit about how you got your start, I know you started off as a home brewer. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I received a Christmas gift from my wife, I'd say about 13 years ago. It was one of those Mr. Beer kits. Well, I finally just said, you know what, I'm going to make the jump. I had enough people asking me to, hey, you know, you should go commercial, like, you know, start your own brewery. And I was like, well, I'm not going to do that unless I have commercial experience of the real know-how to run and operate a brewery. So I left my job and went to work for Cigar City. Basically, I started at the bottom, learned how to wash kegs, how to run the canning line, how to work on the bottling line, how to be a cellarman, how to be a brewer, and from there, I mean, it just to gather all that knowledge so that I was better equipped when I did have my own place.
And then you went for a crowdfunded start to that. You went through.
Yes, we thought, you know, hey, what would be a good way to get the beer community involved? And we thought, you know, hey, let's do a crowdfunding to help us a little bit. I mean, obviously, it wasn't that much of the total picture, but it still, for me, was more the idea of getting the beer community involved. We did T-shirts, glasses, all the bells and whistles. I mean, and we actually ended up blowing away what, you know, I was only shooting for about 55,000, and we ended up with about 110 total.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
One of the beers that really put you on the map is a style called Florida Weiss.
Right.
I don't think you were one of the first ones to really perfect that. So you talk about what makes that different from just a straight Berliner Weiss?
Why not add the fruit into fermentation? So it kind of changed the whole game.
So you put fruit in the beer, actual whole fruit in the beer in the secondary, and that makes it have the crazy colors like pinks and greens and stuff like that.
And it brings out a lot of the nuances and flavors from those exotic fruits themselves. I mean, we have great reception in Miami. People are hungry for craft beer, so the growth is just immense in this area.
Yeah, I think people are hungry for good craft beer.
Exactly, I would agree with that. I mean, people are very hungry for good craft beer. So if you're making good craft beer, I mean, there is no limit.
Before we hit our next brewery, I think it's about time for a pit stop.
Pit stop? We've hit 2 breweries. You and your pit stops.
Well, you want to eat, don't you?
Eat?
Yeah.
I can eat. I can eat.
I guess he's hungry. Let's go. Wynwood Life is a 3-day festival, a coming together of art, fashion, food, and music. More than just a street fair.
Alley in the back alley.
This is an homage to a shared sense of culture where strangers connect face to face and cultivate the upcoming craft beer scene. Pretty cool festival so far, huh?
Yeah, it was all right. It was okay.
Well, I think now it's time to hit the beach.
This does not hit the beach.
Oh, we're hitting the beach. Come on, let's go. James was happy to know I wasn't talking about a wardrobe change, but more of a change of scenery. We hit Concrete Beach Brewery. I love that place. Put your phone down. It's a social hall that promotes IRL interaction. Truly, it's a great place to hang out, taste beer, play games, and mingle.
Try to keep your answers like pretty to the point.
Okay.
All right?
Cool.
We're from Concrete Beach? Yes.
Yeah, I do. We are a brewery. We make beer. Sorry.
In Miami.
Yeah.
Wynwood. Too long. Suggest. You know, how did Concrete Beach start?
That's a great question. So we're kind of the brainchild of a guy named Alan Newman, who started a company named Alchemy and Science, and it's this craft beer incubator.
That's Magic Hat, right? So when did Concrete Beach start? What year?
2014 was when we really kind of started producing beer, but as a concept, it was a lot earlier than that. It just took quite a bit of time for us to build the facility and find a location and all that other infrastructural stuff. I made that word.
We'll call that a word. That's fine.
This is my home state. I'm from Florida originally, so the idea of getting involved in a brand new brewery in a really cool city was kind of too cool to not be involved with.
Right on. Yeah. And what is your role here?
Yeah, so I am our social hall manager, which is the area where we have for people to come and drink. We're very cognizant of the fact that we've chosen the phrase social hall. We don't have televisions. There's no, digital distraction. It's really just about the beer and the experience and people coming and having fun and hopefully learning something.
What does Concrete Beach offer that's different than other, say, Wynwood area or Miami breweries in general?
Yeah, I think right now in Miami, there's this really beautiful environment. We're a totally new craft market. From an organic, like local standpoint, there really aren't old breweries in Miami. There's a couple old brew pubs that put out great beer, but since we're so new, all the breweries have their own take on kind of what beer is, what beer should be.
Right.
We tend to focus more on balance, and we want to make beers that people who have never had beer can come and enjoy, and beers for people who are just like super geeky can really get into. So we're very conscious of the fact that we are a Miami brewery. We're here in Wynwood, Miami, and if we didn't make beer that people from Miami could drink, we'd be missing the mark. So we try to incorporate local flavor, local ingredients, and always have in the back of our mind, like, would we drink this on the beach in the summer?
Right.
And if the answer is no, we probably don't make it yet.
Sure.
Next, we go north to Fort Lauderdale, aka the boating capital of the world, known for its endless beaches, non-stop mega yachts and mansions, and world-class shopping. Best of all, the water taxi to get you there. Riverside Market in Fort Lauderdale is a family-owned and operated restaurant serving over 550 craft beers. With its couch potato deep sofas, Riverside Market holds it down as the official neighborhood craft beer hangout.
Day 2.
Day 2. Yesterday was fun.
It was a lot of fun. But now we're here at Riverside Market to refuel.
Yeah, looks awesome. So good.
Belly full, now we're ready for a new bottle release at Funky Buddha. We're talking 54,000 square feet of awesomeness with an in-house restaurant to boot.
How excited are you for this release?
I've been waiting for this all weekend.
All
Finally here
weekend.
at Funky Buddha for the Wide Awake This Morning bottle release.
I can't wait. Here we go. All right, awesome. We're at Funky Buddha with the first guy in the line to get this brand new porter. Now tell me, how excited are you for this new beer?
I'm super excited, but not as excited as all my other friends are who I'm going to share the beer with later.
Are they here and in line, or are they...
No. They make me do the dirty work, basically. I have to come and get it and then take it to them.
What a guy. And this is Nathan. And tell me, Nathan, what are we doing here today?
Well, you picked a great day to be here. This is actually the release of the annual Wide Awake Imperial Maple Bacon Coffee Porter. It's actually historic because this is pretty much what put these guys on the map.
In a very male-dominated field with the beer drinking, but I found a lovely lady who is into the new beer releases. This is Jessica. Tell me, Jessica, do you go to a lot of new beer releases?
I do. I actually moved from Chicago in July, so I've been to all the Bourbon County stout releases. We've gone to J. Wakefield. We've been up here for a couple of them. So pretty regularly.
Hey man, you look familiar, like I saw you yesterday in Miami. Did I see you yesterday?
Yeah, I think I saw you guys over at J. Wakefield, was it?
And I think over at Wynwood Brewing too.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy yesterday's release?
Yes, yesterday's release is pretty good on draft. It was amazing.
And here we are again today at yet another release. Are you stoked for this porter or what?
I must say I am most definitely stoked for Wide Awake.
Here we are at Funky Buddha, just steps away from receiving the new release.
You guys are known for doing a lot of really different kinds of beers. Like you make a key lime Berliner Weiss, you make a barrel-aged French toast beer. Today, we're here for a bottle release. You're doing Wide Awake It's Morning. Can you tell us about that beer specifically?
Correct. So one of our most popular beers that we brewed here is our Maple Bacon Coffee Porter.
Right.
We do a festival every year, every January, to kick off that beer release and the bottle sales for that, which it's a one-day event. We drive thousands of people here to the brewery. We made a couple of different variations of that beer. Today we're doing the Wide Awake It's Morning, which it's our imperial version of the maple bacon.
So imperial, some people might not know. What is the difference between imperial and regular?
It's going to be a stronger version of that original beer.
Okay.
We want them to really come and enjoy the beer here and the experience. There's a lot of visitors from north of the state or even out of the country that are coming to check out the brewery for the first time and to have this wonderful beer.
Oh, what a great release that was. But wait, where's James?
Is he dead?
No.
You sure? Doesn't look like any. Oh, there he is.
This was no time to hit the snooze button. I grabbed James and hailed a taxi. A water taxi. I just had to get a closer look at the mega big mansions and supersized yachts. We hopped aboard and went cruising for a tour. Excuse me. Hey, Captain Tom.
How are you?
What's up? I'm Allie. Is it cool for me to come in here and crowd your space?
Yeah, come on in.
Awesome. So, how do you like driving the water taxi, Captain Tom?
Oh, I like it. I love it a lot. Matter of fact, I enjoy my job. Meet a lot of interesting people. And hey, love my office.
Yeah, not a bad office at all. I love it out here on the water. It's gorgeous. Do you ever get sick of it?
Yeah, I love being on the water.
You and me alike, dudes. Thanks so much. I don't want to steer you in the wrong way or distract you from doing your job, huh?
You want to
Cool.
steer the boat?
I can steer the boat?
Yeah. You want to steer the boat?
I would love to. Will you hold?
Man, I'll hold the microphone. You steer the boat.
Oh my God.
Isn't that fun?
Good thing I haven't had any beer today.
That's a good thing, right?
Not yet, anyway.
Hopping off at Las Olas, it's time for some much-needed retail therapy. I'll take power shopping over power lunch any day. Back to work. Next stop, Craft Beer Cartel, the go-to spot for homebrew supplies and craft beer made on site. Oh man, cool spot.
Yeah. Heard a lot about this place.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
What's going on?
James.
Adam, nice to meet you.
I'm Allie.
Hi, Allie. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Welcome to Craft Beer Cartel.
It's a really cool spot. So what all do you guys do here?
Oh, we're a beer bottle shop. We're also a homebrew supply store. We do coffees and snacks and drinks and all kinds of fun stuff. We host Meet the Brewer events and things like that.
You show us around a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Come on.
Awesome.
Let's go. So right over here is what we like to call the boatload of grain. This is some of our homebrew supplies. And then we've got all our cleansers and some yeast over here. And then if we step back here, we've got a whole selection of hops and yeast and things like that to help us make beers.
Wow.
Oh man, look at this floor.
Wow. I didn't even see that before.
I just noticed these are all different beer bottle caps, huh?
Come on guys, let me give you a little sample of the beers that we have made here. So we got a little bit of hibiscus wit. It's a 6% Belgian style wit with hibiscus, coriander, and orange peel.
Awesome.
Cheers.
I got this little toasting down, don't you?
Wow, I love it. It's really fruity.
Thank you.
That's
Cool.
really clean. That's great.
Thank you.
Now, how do you get the color in that? You know, it's almost kind of an
Kind of pink.
amber, pinkish, yeah.
Yeah, it's from the hibiscus flowers. We use real hibiscus flowers.
Ground actual hibiscus. That's fantastic.
Yep. This is the Double Deuce. It's a doubled up imperial version of my 11 brown ale, which we added vanilla beans and oak chips soaked in spiced rum to.
Oh, wow.
Definitely darker in color, rich in flavor, really good.
What's the alcohol percentage?
8.5%.
That's big for a brown ale.
Yeah. Well, it's an imperial brown.
I love the hibiscus one. I wish I could bring a whole bunch of it home with me.
Well, I can fill a growler for you.
Wait, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, how many of those can I have?
You can do 32 ounce, 64, or even a gallon.
let's like maybe shop for some stuff.
Yeah, let's get some bottles.
Okay, I'll fill that up for you right now.
Oh man, that was awesome.
Yes, I got everything I wanted.
We scored a lot of really good loot, right?
Yes, we did.
While we're on a roll, we went to try an award-winning homebrew made from scratch by a fireman.
My name's Aaron Caja. I'm a driver engineer at Fort Lauderdale Fire Rescue on the TRT team. I've been here for 16 years. That's my day job. My hobby is homebrewing.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? Come on in.
Yeah, good to see you again.
Good to see you. You find a place okay?
Yeah. How you doing?
Excellent. This is my wife, Tammy. Tammy was
Nice
at
to meet
Wynwood
you.
also. I don't think you guys got a chance to meet.
Yeah.
How's it going? Good to see you again.
Hi, how you doing?
Allie.
You
Nice
guys ready to
meet
taste
you.
some beer?
Awesome, yeah, let's give it a shot.
I have a English IPA.
Okay.
It's called the Wingman.
Cool. What's the difference between an English and an American IPA?
An English IPA is got a little bit more malt to it. It's a little bit darker, a little bit. It's got a little bit less hops.
Awesome.
There you go.
Thank you. Ladies first.
Aw, thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
There you go.
Lovely color though.
Yeah, looks great. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Here's to beer.
Wow, it's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really clean. You can really taste the hoppiness, but it's not too much. That's great.
Yeah, it's a nice balance. An English IPA is a little bit more balanced than your typical American IPA.
Sure, you can drink more than one of it.
Yeah, a little bit more malt to it, and not quite as much hop bite to it.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's tasty.
Thank you.
It's definitely delicious and really up there, like big leagues. Hard to believe you made this at home all by yourself, right?
It's fun to go to breweries, Wynwood and Jay Wakefield in Miami, Funky Buddha down here, meet people like you, and get some feedback and to see how my beer stacks up to the stuff that you've had, all around the world.
Awesome.
Oh, here's Lewis.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming. You guys remember Lewis from Wynwood?
Yeah, we tried some of his beer. It was really great.
Here's my English IPA. Just pegged it about 4 days ago.
Looks great, man. Nice golden color.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's Tammy's favorite.
It's really tasty too.
As well it should be. It's delicious.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So, Allie, what's the hardest part about being on the Hoppy Trail?
Well, not getting drunk on the job, actually. So. I hate to say it, James and guys, but I think it's time to put an end to this amazing weekend of festivities and beer drinking. But let's have like a little toast, huh?
Awesome.
Toast.
A toast to the Hoppy
Trails.
Trails. Cheers, guys. Next time on Hoppy Trails, we're headed to the Jersey Shore where we'll visit and enjoy the resurrection of Asbury Park, where the music is rocking, the beer is flowing, and we're along for the ride.
I've had the shiner, and I've drank the pearl. I've had the Schmitz and the Leinenkugels. I've followed the path, and I've heeded the call. I've made a few mistakes while drinking them all, 'cause it all seems so damn clear on that hometown homemade beer. Hometown homemade beer. I went to New York for some Brooklyn ale and an art career.